not a bad pit stop. Remember, David Smith, who is normally the jack man for Earnhardt, he'll be the co-crew chief next year because he won't be jacking the car. And Andy Petrie, who changes the front tire, he'll be gone. So they got a couple of new members there.
Mike Moore will be the jack man in 1996. And here's Bessie trying to take the lead. Can't do it. From Tim Steele. What do you think? Those guys are praying for a caution flag right now, Ned, because they have the 31 car a lap down now.
Yeah, they got him a lap down. He's in 6th position. But, yeah, I'd say they're looking for a caution flag now. If they plan to change tires, how much faster will those new tires be than these, and how much time will Skinner gain on them while they're staying out there running, if they are running a slower speed? And that normally is the case, that new tires would run faster. And so they might make an equal pit stop and still be way behind when they would come out if they change 4 tires. I'm going to predict that the 16 car would not change all 4 tires. He just got passed there, though. And maybe he would, but he did take on 4 tires much later than did the others.
I think if he has to stop, it would be 1 can of fuel. Let me see Blaze Alexander, and he ran over the air hose. Look out, look out. There's the jack going down pit road.
And it's still on there.
And he still has the jack. There's a caution flag. This is the flag, going to be a caution flag that they're looking for.
Yeah, because that jack's going to be somewhere on the racetrack.
Part of the handle looks like that holds the pit board. It's a handle attached to the pit board, but obviously that doesn't belong out there either. So he is Blaze Alexander, the young man, having a great run, but he left the pits with more than he came in with. Of course, that sign and part of the air hose he ran over.
Of course, they'll black flag him and have him to come back in. Now, whether that thing will stay on there until he comes back in.
Caution flag. They throw the caution flag, because we can't have that thing around there.
The caution's out now.
Yes.
So they did wave the caution flag that time by, and they will try to get Blaze Alexander to come back in and return the pit equipment to the pit crew.
So this is the break that Tim Steele and Joe Bessie were looking for. Only 4 cars now on the lead lap.
And we're told a couple of crew members have gotten hurt down there in the 26 pit when they were leaving. So because of the hurry and things that they ran over the hose, and then of course that sign was pulled right out of one guy's hand. So they are attending to those. Meanwhile, we're under caution because of that debris that's being carried behind the Blaze Alexander car.
Man. You ever see one fellow sitting on the ground? There's another one being attended to.
Yeah, that's the type of situation can hurt you.
That's exactly why NASCAR now has 2 pit guns. Only 2, because they were leaving that third one laying on the pit road as it went around to help. And NASCAR said, we're not going to leave guns laying on pit road.
And they have black flagged the 26 car, and we are told by the ARCA officials they are pulling his scorecard. They are not going to score him any more laps. And they're still, see the air handle is still hanging beneath the car.
The impact wrench, the gun is wrapped around, the hose is wrapped around the rear housing, and the gun is still attached to it.
Great camera shot. That's Blaze Alexander. What a tough break. And let's check in their pits with Bill Weber. Bill, how's those crew members down there?
Well, they're getting some medical attention right now. It is a couple of crew guys are down, and we're waiting for some of the medical attention to arrive here. So there are 2 crew guys that were injured when Blaze took off, and we'll get you an update here as soon as we can.
Well, there he comes down pit road, dragging the hose and the impact wrench.
But there also is Joe Bessie and Tim Steele coming down pit road to make a scheduled pit stop under the caution flag. And now Skinner is a lap down, isn't he? I think Skinner is.
Yes, he did go a lap down when he made the green flag pit stop.
Let's go to the pits and John Kernan.
Well, what a break for Tim Steele and his crew. If they did not get this caution, they were only going to change right side tires. So now they get the caution flag to change 4. They come around to work to the left side. I look at Joe Bessie. The left side tire's already coming off. Tim Steele's car just going up the jack. Looks like Bessie will probably beat him out on pit road. Tightening the left side right. That's on both cars. Steele and he's going to beat Bessie as they had a little bit of a problem with the left side tires on Joe Bessie. And I thought sure Bessie's crew was going to get him out before Steele's, because they had jacked up that left side and had the tires off first. But Steele's crew really rallied on that left side and got the tires off and on very fast. And he wins that race on pit road.
And Dave Blaney will come out 3rd, and Bob Hill will come out 4th.
We're under caution for the 9th time today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Laps are winding down. There is Joe Bessie. We'll be back in just a moment. Macon, Georgia. And moments ago, we had some unfortunate incidents in the pits, and that created this caution flag. Here's a look again at Blaze Alexander's pit stop.
And for some reason, the right front tire changer just dropped the gun. And as Blaze ran across it, he picked it up. Now, that's attached to a big tank. Now, it had to jerk that tank, and I'm sure that tank hit someone, probably in the leg or something, as it came off. And it finally broke the hose off that tank, and then it grabbed the pit board, the thing that stopped the car with, as it left the pits. But, you know, the hose is attached to a big nitrogen tank, so that's what I'm concerned about, is what happened to that tank.
Some of that debris flying around down in Blaze Alexander's pits. We'll update as soon as we can the injuries on those crew members down there, as they've been attended to by the safety crews here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Right now, there's some that's been contested between the 31 and the 16 as to who goes into the 31 is a lap down.
Yeah.
Mark Stahl is trying to get on the inside as well. I mean, he needs to be behind the 31.
Now, in NASCAR racing, I don't know how it is in ARCA, but in NASCAR racing, the 31 car would be allowed to stay up front. He did not make a pit stop. He made a green flag pit stop, got a lap down, but then the leaders would have to come back out, so technically he's back in the lead lap. Mike Spiller will be back in the lead lap, but now after Steele comes up there, he's a lap down. But I'm sure that Richard Childress and his crews are saying, hey, you belong out in front of that car. And I think he does belong in front of Steele.
He's at the tail end of the lead lap,
Yeah.
and so that's exactly what they've told him, Ned. So kudos to you, Ned, for that situation, knowing that Skinner will stay there just behind that Ford safety car.
But there again, I totally disagree with that. I think when a driver's on the tail end of the lead lap, he should let the cars in the lead lap pull up alongside in their rightful position. Again, that's just my personal opinion. This is the way NASCAR does it, so this is exactly right.
Well, I don't know. I agree with. I disagree with you. You know, that's.
Now let's see if Skinner can get his lap back. They need a caution. He needs a caution flag to try to get his lap back. Otherwise, he has to make up a mile and a half on the 16 and the 9.
Yeah, and he has run with them and in front of them all afternoon long, but that's he can't make up that much distance. And Tim Steele is going to do his best to put him a lap down, because he knows that if the caution should come out, that he's going to be a man to contend with.
Well, there's only 28 laps to go, and had it been 25 or less to go, they would have had a single file restart. He would have had to go back to a different line, so he was fortunate that the restart occurred when it did, as Tim Steele begins to try to make a move in. Let's see if he can crank Skinner a lap down.
Right now, he has those new tires, those fresh tires. It seems to be a little bit of an advantage. But Skinner's going to do everything he can to stay in front of the 16.
Yeah, Skinner had run, what, 4 or 5 laps or something, I guess, on his tires after.
He had run 7 laps.
Okay.
He pitted on lap 165, and the caution came out, and the rest of them came in on lap 172. So his tires are 7 laps older.
Looks like Skinner's doing a pretty good job staying in front of the 16.
Tim Steele in the red car, assembling Ford Thunderbird H&S dyed sponsored machine, is the leader. Behind the car number 31, which is on the tail end of the lead lap. There's Joe Bessie in second position, Scarborough Maine driver, former Busch Grand National North competitor and Busch Series competitor. Bessie finished third here last year in ARCA competition, trying to improve on that to get a second place finish, or maybe even a win. Again, if you're looking for Blaze Alexander, that car was the one that brought out the caution flag by virtue of catching the air hose and air impact wrench in his pits, pulling that signboard on the racetrack. I'm told that Blaze will run for Rookie of the Year in 1996 in ARCA, so he certainly got some valuable experience there. I'm not sure that was his fault. Maybe it was probably the tire changer's guy just grabbed off the hose and let him go.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why the fellow just dropped the impact wrench when he finished changing the right front tire.